Release on temporary licence before?
I've heard of it, but I don't really understand.
So what this is, it's guys who are in prison,
right,
who are allowed to come out of prison on a daily basis and work.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Like, again, if it's quite hard to say because it's on the grading structure.
Yeah.
If it's what I would say, say I'm using 1 to 5 scale,
Yeah.
1 to 2 to 3, I say that's fine. I think they need to sort of. I mean, what's good is it them just staying in prison, not doing anything? They're not adding anything to society. They're not learning skills. They're not contributing in any way. So I would agree. I think they need to come out of work and contribute to society.
So it's interesting that 2 or 3 points there were around contributing to society, which I agree with that. So actually, you think, would it be fair to say that you think that if release on temporary licence is a good thing, if as well as them gaining skills, they are giving something back as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think the way for them to sort of not repent, is it, but sort of like give back is for them to contribute to society.
Yeah.
That I think they need to, and I think by doing that, they will meet, normal, they're normal, but people, and so, and they will, start to learn the ways of maybe what is right and wrong. This is, normal person going out to work, hard living, it's like, I actually respect that person. I want to be like that. But I think the main thing is, I just think, I think they should give back to society.
So how the system works at the moment, although there's been some changes, but I think the old system is that an offender has to do a period of time in a prison while they get to know them.
Okay.
Then once they're assessed as suitable, minimum 3 months normally, they then have to go on to a community work programme.
Right.
So they don't actually earn any money. They have to give a minimum of 30 days back to the community of unpaid work, where they go out and work in community projects. And if this has all been successful, they then have the option to gain paid employment.
Right.
Once they're in paid employment, 40% of their wages, their take-home pay, actually goes to a victim support charity.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of that?
No, I think that's good. Because I was just, while you're reading it there, I mean, part of this giving back to society should be, you shouldn't get, high financial reward. I think, you're giving back and, that's great, but giving anything towards, a victim sort of thing, great. I'd agree.
Considering that generates quite a lot of money, do you think, what would you think would be the best use of that money? Do you think it is going to the victims? Do you think it should go into communities? Do you think it should go back into prisons to reinvest in the rehabilitation?
Yeah.
I mean, again, there's no right or wrong answer.
It's a tricky one because I think, again, I think something should go to. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a victim to sort of the crime who has suffered. So I think there should be something in place to help out that victim, no matter what it is, even if it's small. But also, I think if it's that person, rightfully, earning that money, working hard, trying to make yourself a better person, repenting, earning that money, then I think some of it should be reinvested in to help that learning and rehabilitation process.
So even if there's maybe a split in the money, that a percentage goes to employ. So even you could incorporate you could give a percent to the actual victim, a percentage to the community, and a percentage to the prison who are having to aid the rehabilitation.
Yeah, I would say however you want to sort of split it. Now I'm not sure if it's like the victim themselves, or if it's a sort of charity that helps victims, sort of thing.
So at the moment it's not the best. It actually goes to the victim support charity.
Right, okay.
But the victim support charity isn't actually money that goes to victims.
Right.
It actually goes to delivering victim awareness courses in prison.
Right.
So it's a little bit misleading.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's why I say, do you think there could be better uses of it?
It is hard. I would think, I would like to see the sort of victim directly get something.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting them to get, £200 wide in the bank account every month, but I would like them to get some sort of proper support.
But maybe just a readdressing of the balance. So if they've lost £1,000, they get their money back. If they've been injured, something that makes their quality of life better.
Exactly. So if, for instance, if they've been attacked and they're in a wheelchair, I think a lot of that money should go towards making their house accessible friendly, wheelchair friendly, and help. I think that's a better way to put it. Yeah.
So really, it should almost be on a case by case basis. There's actually a decision made. That's interesting. No, it is.
Yeah, I think that's a better way. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a better way to put it.
Because then you could almost say that offences like drugs So somebody